Hi all, welcome to the Marquee Matchups for the 20th of March. This is the international break week, so this shall be very interesting to see what four we end up with this week. So hopefully you find this useful as always. Smash likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. All links are down below for posts on the channel and social media links as always. Thrown in a couple league options as well, one from MLS and one from the EFL. So we'll see what we get and hopefully shall be interesting regardless. So first option is Colorado versus Sporting KC. This for me, they could easily go two league routes and two international games. For me, I think this would be one of those two games if they were to do that, but if they were to go for internationals, then this game would probably just be on the back burner. But still 5, 6 out of 10. In terms of options, I would at least cover a 70 rated squad. Be aware, like guys like Vela, Kvazashvili, these players, there is a small hype in them only because Kvazashvili has been an inform, so you've got to keep that in mind. His price is up a little bit, but fairly straightforward to put together and would not be difficult in all honesty if you've got Colorado. Howard is a smart option from Colorado. EFL is Exeter versus Swindon, 60-65 rate squad I'd imagine. Exeter and Swindon have just recently appointed Phil Brown, like the other day, I think it was like Monday night or something, they appointed them. But for this, I would say as long as you've got I always cover like a League 2 squad, but don't be surprised if they kind of put an impetus on like the English players, for example, or so many from League 2 if this option was to happen. Now, it's not given, but it's still something to be prepared for regardless. In terms of Exeter and Swindon players, I could not 100% tell you who precisely, but as long as you're covered. Then other options, you've got the Germany-Spain game, smart option really. Two big games, two big nations expect to do well in the World Cup. Germany players, you could go like Meyer, you could go Kimmich, obviously if you've still got his original one. Meyer, as in, you've got both Meyers, so Alexander Meyer, the striker, and obviously Max Meyer. Spanish players, you could go like Enrich, Castillo. There's plenty to work with in all honesty, so don't find yourself short at all. Depends what way you want to work it. You could do Bundesliga, La Liga, or depending what way they prefer to do it. Then obviously from an EPL centric is Holland versus England. Daley Blind is a popular Holland player, I would imagine, if this was to crop up. Obviously Netherlands are not in the World Cup, or Holland, depending on how you want to put it across. And England obviously have qualified. But England players, you could go like Walcott, Milner, Keane, Stones, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Butland, the list goes on and on and on. Netherlands players, there's not too many from the EPL, but you've got Van Aanholt as well, and like Afellay is another one. Then from there you could go to Russia and Brazil. This one for me is the one I'm most confident about because it's the two former host countries, and also if the whole SBC theory is kind of genuinely true, Brazil should play a part in how we'll get Ronaldo or Pele, well mainly Pele to be honest because it's not much else. For Brazil you could go, I went Super League, but for Brazil you could go like Tite, you could go Talisca, you could go Dani Alves at the very highest, but in reality terms you wouldn't. You could go Alisson, Bruno Perez, so don't find yourself short at all. Italy, Argentina, two other nations that could have a good World Cup. Obviously Argentina want to win it. Sorry, Italy aren't even in the World Cup, I tell a lie. First one since like 1950, but Italy players could go Quagliarella. Argentina wise, you could go from the same league. You could go like Ansaldi as a common shout, but in all honesty, it's not a given to happen, and it will be interesting to see what they put together. And I've actually just realised I have not put an Ricky Alvarez is from Sampdoria. I nearly slipped up there, but this game could happen because one got to the finals last time in the World Cup. Italy obviously are former winners. Then Togo and Benin. For this kind of route, League second tier in France, Ligue 2 could be a sound shout. I think they've got Togo players and Benin players kicking about in the division for what I've seen. But regardless, you could go Floyd Ahite from Fulham and still just go a League 2 side. You wouldn't find yourself really struggling from there. But it depends how you want to kind of put it together. It comes down to your discretion, of course. But as long as it's like a 70 rated squad, you're not going to find it too difficult to put together. But hopefully you find this useful, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you fancy. I feel personally it will be Germany, Spain, Netherlands, England, Russia, Brazil, and then Italy versus Argentina. Smash the likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend, take easy all, and I will catch you all later.